Hello, welcome to my channel. Before proceeding to study, please subscribe to my channel. Today, we will explore the fascinating world of cloud computing. We'll dive into key concepts like security challenges, virtualization, security management, virtual threats, VM security recommendations, VM-specific security techniques. Let's get started. Slide 1. Security challenges in cloud computing. Cloud computing has transformed how businesses store, process, and manage data, offering scalability and cost efficiency. However, with these benefits come security challenges that must be addressed to ensure data integrity, privacy, and system reliability. What are security challenges in cloud computing? Cloud security challenges refer to threats and vulnerabilities that could compromise data, applications, or infrastructure in cloud environments. Since cloud services rely on third-party providers, organizations must trust external security controls. This creates unique risks compared to traditional IT environments. Key cloud security challenges. 1. Data breaches, unauthorized access to sensitive cloud data. Example: a hacker exploits weak authentication to steal customer records from a cloud database. 2. Insecure APIs, poorly secured application programming interfaces can expose cloud services. Example: a misconfigured API allows unauthorized users to access confidential data. 3. Insider threats, employees or contractors misusing cloud access for malicious activities. Example: a former employee deletes critical files from the company's cloud storage. 4. DDoS attacks, attackers flood cloud servers with excessive traffic, causing downtime. Example: a cloud-hosted website crashes after receiving millions of fake requests in a few minutes. 5. Misconfigured cloud settings, weak access controls or incorrect settings can accidentally expose sensitive data. Example: an AWS S3 bucket is mistakenly left public, allowing anyone to download stored files. 6. Compliance risks. Many industries, such as finance and healthcare, must follow strict data protection laws. Example: a healthcare provider using cloud storage must comply with HIPAA to protect patient data. 7. Lack of visibility. Cloud environments are distributed, making it harder to monitor who is accessing what data. Example: in 2019, a misconfigured cloud database exposed millions of customer records, leading to identity theft risks. Significance. Understanding these risks helps organizations implement stronger security strategies to protect cloud infrastructure. Slide 2. Virtualization security management. Cloud computing heavily relies on virtualization. Virtual machines, VMs, provide flexibility and scalability, but they also introduce new security concerns. Virtualization security management ensures that VMs, hypervisors, and virtual networks remain secure. What is virtualization security management? It refers to strategies and tools used to protect virtualized environments from cyber threats. Security measures focus on VM isolation, secure network communication, and access controls. Why is virtualization security important? 1. Prevents data leakage, ensures that one VM cannot access another VM's data. Example: a company using multiple VMs for different departments ensures that employees from HR cannot access finance records. 2. Protects virtual networks, secures data flow between virtual machines to prevent unauthorized access. 3. Secures hypervisors. The hypervisor, VM manager, must be protected from attacks, as it controls all VMs. 4. Prevents VM cloning attacks. Cybercriminals can create unauthorized copies of VMs to steal data. 5. Detects malware in VMs, monitors VMs to identify and isolate infected machines before they spread threats. 6. Ensures VM isolation, prevents unauthorized data access between multiple VMs on the same physical server. 7. Improves compliance. Organizations handling sensitive data must follow security regulations, ISO 27001, GDPR, etc., for VM security. Example: AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure offer built-in virtualization security features to help manage VMs securely. Significance: a well-managed virtualization security framework ensures data protection, system reliability, and regulatory compliance in cloud environments. Slide 3. Virtual threats in cloud environments. Virtualization enhances efficiency but also introduces new attack surfaces. Virtual threats target virtual machines, hypervisors, and shared cloud resources, making security a top priority. What are virtual threats? Cyber threats specifically targeting virtualized environments in cloud computing. Common virtual threats. 1. VM escape attacks. A hacker escapes from a VM and gains access to the host system, potentially compromising all other VMs. Example: a vulnerability in a hypervisor allows attackers to take control of multiple VMs. 2. Hypervisor attacks. Cybercriminals target hypervisors to control multiple virtual machines. 3. Side channel attacks. Hackers extract sensitive information by analyzing shared system resources like CPU and memory usage. 4. Snapshot exploits. Unauthorized recovery of VM snapshots can expose sensitive historical data. 5. Denial of service (DOS) attacks. Attackers overload a VM, causing system crashes or slowing down cloud operations. 6. VM sprawl. Too many unmanaged VMs increase attack surfaces, making it difficult to apply updates and patches. 7. Rootkit attacks. Attackers embed malware within virtual machines, allowing persistent backdoor access. Example: in 2017, a Xen hypervisor vulnerability allowed attackers to break VM isolation, gaining access to data from multiple tenants. Significance: understanding these threats helps organizations develop stronger security defenses against virtualization-based attacks. Slide 4. Common virtualization security risks. As we move from traditional IT infrastructure to cloud-based virtual environments, new security risks emerge. Virtualized systems introduce unique attack surfaces that hackers can exploit. Let's go over some of the most common security risks in virtualized environments and why they are a concern. Key virtualization security risks and their impact. 1. VM escape attacks. A virtual machine, VM, should remain isolated from other VMs and the underlying hypervisor. However, in a VM escape attack, an attacker gains access from inside a VM to the hypervisor, potentially controlling all other VMs running on the same host. Example: a vulnerability in Xen hypervisor once allowed attackers to break out of a guest VM and access the host system. 2. Hypervisor attacks. The hypervisor, or virtual machine monitor, VMM, is the software layer that manages VMs. If a hacker gains control over the hypervisor, they can control all virtual machines running on it. This is one of the most dangerous attacks, as the hypervisor is the backbone of virtualization security. Example: attackers exploiting a flaw in VMware SC could gain full control over virtualized environments. 3. Side channel attacks. Unlike traditional hacking methods, side channel attacks don't directly target software vulnerabilities. Instead, they analyze CPU usage, power consumption, or memory access patterns to extract sensitive information. Example: a hacker sharing cloud infrastructure with a target VM might monitor CPU cache timing to extract encryption keys. 4. Snapshot exploits. Many virtualized systems allow snapshots, which are backup states of VMs. If an attacker gains access to old snapshots, they can retrieve sensitive data, passwords, or private keys. Example: a company fails to secure VM snapshots, and a hacker restores an old VM instance to retrieve sensitive credentials. 5. VM sprawl. Cloud environments allow organizations to easily create and deploy new virtual machines, but if these VMs are not properly managed, they can increase security risks. Untracked or unused VMs may not receive security updates, making them easy targets for attackers. Example: a company launches temporary VMs for testing but forgets to delete them. These outdated VMs remain online with known vulnerabilities. 6. Rootkit injections. A rootkit is a type of malware that embeds itself deep inside a system, making it almost undetectable. Attackers can install rootkits in a VM or even in the hypervisor itself, allowing persistent access without being detected by traditional security tools. Example: a hacker compromises a virtualized database server by installing a rootkit, gaining continuous access to sensitive customer data. 7. Denial of service (DOS) attacks on virtual machines. Attackers can consume all available system resources, CPU, memory, network bandwidth, or storage to slow down or crash VMs. This can disrupt critical cloud services, making applications unavailable to legitimate users. Example: a hacker floods a cloud-based e-commerce platform's VMs with fake requests, causing service outages during peak shopping hours. Significance: these risks highlight why virtualization security must be a priority in cloud computing. Organizations need strict security policies, regular VM monitoring, and hypervisor protection measures to defend against these threats. Slide 5. VM security recommendations. Securing virtual machines is essential to prevent unauthorized access, data breaches, and malware infections. Let's look at some best practices for VM security. Best practices for securing virtual machines. 1. Use strong authentication. Implement multi-factor authentication (MFA) for VM access. 2. Apply regular security updates. Patch vulnerabilities in VMs and hypervisors to prevent exploits. 3. Restrict VM access. Use role-based access control (RBAC) to ensure only authorized users can access VMs. 4. Enable VM encryption. Encrypt stored data to protect against data theft. 5. Monitor VM activity. Use intrusion detection systems (IDs) to detect suspicious behavior. 6. Network segmentation. Keep critical VMs isolated from public-facing systems. 7. Use secure boot and TPM. Prevent unauthorized modifications to VM configurations. Example: Microsoft Azure Disk Encryption protects virtual machines by encrypting storage volumes. Significance: these recommendations minimize security risks and enhance cloud VM protection against cyber threats. Slide 6. VM-specific security techniques. As we dive deeper into virtualization security, we need to understand that traditional security methods aren't enough. Virtualized environments require specialized techniques to protect virtual machines from cyber threats. Let's explore some of the key VM-specific security techniques. Key security techniques for virtual machines. 1. Micro-segmentation. Divides the cloud network into isolated security zones, preventing attackers from moving laterally across VMs. Think of it as having separate compartments in a bank vault, ensuring that even if one vault is breached, the others remain safe. Example: VMware NSX uses micro-segmentation to limit access between virtual machines. 2. Sandboxing runs suspicious or untrusted applications inside isolated VMs so they cannot harm the system. If malware infects the sandboxed environment, it remains contained without affecting the rest of the cloud infrastructure. Example: Google Chrome uses sandboxing to run each browser tab separately, preventing malicious code from spreading. 3. Intrusion Prevention Systems (IPS). Monitors network traffic and blocks suspicious activities in real time. Works like a firewall on steroids, detecting advanced cyber threats before they impact VMs. Example: AWS GuardDuty detects unusual activity in virtual machines and alerts administrators. 4. Log auditing tracks who accessed what data, when, and from where, helping in forensic investigations. Imagine having a CCTV for every VM transaction. If something suspicious happens, you can trace it back. 5. Automated security patching. Ensures continuous updates to fix vulnerabilities. Many attacks occur due to unpatched security flaws, so automating updates is crucial. Example: Microsoft Defender for Cloud automatically patches virtual machines. 6. AI-powered threat detection uses machine learning algorithms to detect patterns in cyber threats and block them before they cause harm. AI can predict ransomware attacks by analyzing previous attack patterns. 7. VM cloning restrictions prevents unauthorized duplication of virtual machines, which hackers might use to create rogue instances. Example: AWS GuardDuty automatically detects anomalous behavior inside cloud-based VMs. Significance: these security techniques harden VM defenses against modern cyber threats and ensure secure cloud environments. Slide 7. VM security versus traditional security. Traditional security was designed for physical infrastructure, while virtual machine security must deal with dynamic, multi-tenant, and scalable environments. Let's compare VM security with traditional security models. Key differences between VM security and traditional security. 1. Attack surface. Traditional security focuses on physical devices like servers and routers. VM security extends protection to virtualized workloads, ensuring that hypervisors and VM environments remain safe. 2. Access control. Traditional security depends on perimeter-based firewalls. VM security relies on role-based access control, RBAC, and zero-trust models to verify each request. 3. Threat detection. Traditional security uses manual monitoring and firewalls to block known threats. VM security leverages AI-driven threat detection to catch zero-day vulnerabilities in real time. 4. Patch management. Traditional security requires manual patching, which is time-consuming. VM security uses automated updates, ensuring vulnerabilities are patched instantly. 5. Data protection. In traditional security, data is encrypted on-premise with hardware-based protections. VM security encrypts data at rest, in transit, and even during processing. Key takeaway: traditional security is static, focusing on physical assets, whereas VM security is dynamic, adapting to cloud-based and virtualized infrastructures. Slide 8. Challenges in implementing VM security. Despite its advantages, securing virtualized environments comes with unique challenges. Let's explore some of the key issues in VM security and why they matter. Common challenges in VM security. 1. Hypervisor vulnerabilities. If a hypervisor, VM manager, is compromised, all hosted VMs can be affected. Example: a vulnerability in Xen hypervisor allowed attackers to break VM isolation. 2. Lack of visibility. Cloud environments are dynamic, making it difficult to track security risks in virtual machines. Example: a misconfigured VM running for months without security patches can remain unnoticed. 3. Resource sharing risks. Cloud VMs share CPU, memory, and storage, creating side-channel attack risks where hackers can extract sensitive data. 4. Misconfiguration issues. Weak VM settings leave security gaps that attackers can exploit. Example: leaving a cloud storage bucket public can expose sensitive business data. 5. Insider threats. Employees with excessive privileges may misuse access. Example: an administrator copying sensitive VM snapshots without authorization. 6. Malware attacks. Virtual machines can be targeted by ransomware, trojans, and botnets. Example: a VM infected with ransomware may encrypt all files and demand payment for decryption. 7. Scalability risks. As companies deploy thousands of VMs, keeping track of security policies becomes harder. Example: a misconfigured AWS EC2 instance in 2022 exposed sensitive user data, highlighting misconfiguration risks. Significance: understanding these challenges helps organizations proactively strengthen VM security. Slide 9. Security tools for virtualized environments. To address these challenges, companies use advanced security tools to protect their virtualized environments. Let's look at some widely used tools. Popular VM security tools. 1. VMware NSX implements micro-segmentation and firewall security for VMs. 2. Microsoft Defender for Cloud detects malware and vulnerabilities in VMs. 3. Google Cloud Security Command Center scans virtualized workloads for security flaws. 4. AWS Inspector automates security assessments for EC2 instances and cloud workloads. 5. Cloudflare provides DDoS protection for virtual servers. Example: AWS Inspector automatically scans EC2 instances for vulnerabilities, ensuring continuous security compliance. Significance: these tools enhance virtualization security by offering automated threat detection, network monitoring, and vulnerability scanning. Slide 10. Future trends in VM security. As cyber threats evolve, virtualization security must advance. Let's look at some emerging trends that will define the future of VM security. Upcoming innovations in VM security. 1. AI-powered threat intelligence. AI will automate security monitoring and predict cyber threats before they happen. 2. Zero Trust security models: no user or device is automatically trusted, continuous verification is required. 3. Confidential computing encrypts data even during processing, preventing unauthorized access. 4. Blockchain-based authentication uses blockchain to validate VM identity and prevent unauthorized changes. 5. Quantum-resistant encryption prepares cloud security for future quantum computing threats. Example: Google's confidential VMs keep data encrypted even during computation. Significance: these trends will shape the future of cloud security, making VM environments more resilient to cyber threats.